Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker. I went from knockouts to knowledge and from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a more positive manner. In this video, I wanted to talk about what I've seen lately. There's a trending news story today, and here in the UK, yesterday we had the London Marathon, a very iconic event, an event which I actually did myself. It was my second marathon ever. The week actually after my first one, the Brighton Marathon, back in 2011. And I completed the London Marathon, not least in honour of my beautiful mother-in-law, my wife's mum, a beautiful woman, Jane, and it was a very enjoyable run. Of course, it was very hard. It was quite a warm day, if I remember rightly, and I was suffering. I don't mind admitting, but I got through it. I completed it, and it felt great. So there was the London Marathon yesterday, 2016, and obviously, as you know, they have lots of water at the side of the road for the participants. It's very important, of course, to be hydrated. And what this, someone was filming it, there was Buxton. Buxton was one of the sponsors, and they had lots and lots of crates of water. And he was videoing, there was a group, if you like, a mob, that were actually taking it for themselves. And although in and of itself it was disappointing, what it really reminded me of is, and this is what I find more sad, is that the lack in mindset, for it is a lack. People actually think they're poor, and actually far from being a fiscal amount in their bank, they could say, oh, well, I am James, I'm on benefits. But you see, that's the presenting factor, if you like, the presenting circumstances. But from where does that come? You're poor in your account because you're poor in your thinking. You see, precisely because what happens is people think they're robbing another. People typically do it. I actually did work in an office setting as a porter when I first started work in London back when I was 18 years of age. And you saw officers, they took great pride in either, sneaking off to lunch 5 minutes early or coming back 5 minutes late or talking. And even in other, I've worked for removals before, and like blue collar sort of labouring jobs, and people thought they were, I'm getting paid for this, bunking off early or sitting having a meal on the company's time. But this is what it's all this lack of thinking. So you think you're getting back, and what I want to really, the point I want to try and get across is you can't rob the universe. Call it karma, call it the cause and effect. But what you give, you truly do get back. The same in my own training. If I did a week 5 or 10 push-ups, but people did it all the time. The coach was asking you to do 100. People were doing half, partial reps at best. You're not cheating me or the coach. When it comes to showtime in the ring, that lack of training, that lack of effort, that lack of dedication and consistency, that will show up. So you're cheating no one but yourself. It doesn't matter if you think you're getting one over. In your work, you're knocking off early or coming back late on the company's time. You're cheating no one but yourself. You see, this is part of the problem. It's in the thinking. You think you're the victim, or you're at the company's. Work is a chance for you to shine. A vehicle for you to give your greatest self. It doesn't matter how much or how little you're getting paid. Do it for you. And the tragic thing, coming back to the case where people are stealing the Buxton water at the London Marathon, the joke is it's probably blasted tap water in the bottles, so we're getting misled by sponsorship and advertising, so it looks exciting and enticing. And we do that a lot of the times. I'm so passionate because I did it myself. We see these glitzy things. That's what that's saying. Not all that glitters is gold. You see the Rolexes and the nice cars, but what's behind them? What's the essence? What are you looking for? Importance? You can have importance if, again, you put in what you want to get back. Put in a measure of effort. Do something. Again, I see a lot of speakers, and it's a free country sort of still. You can talk on something, but have a platform to talk about something. Do something first, actually in life, and then come back and share it with us all. A lot of people are wanting to talk on something they haven't done. So again, The tragedy was these people taking the water, it was tap water which they would have had at home anyway, but it was a poverty mindset. So they think they're getting one up, we're taking the water, we're taking, it's not really ours, but we're getting something for free. This is the real main point. We're getting something for free. Oh, quick, we take it. You can't take, you can, but there will be a penalty. You know, that which you cannot take from the universe and not expect to give something back. For there is always a price to pay. Now that may not always be fiscal. Moreover, you can't cheat the process. You see, so people think they're getting on, and it's the same with like burglars. Anyone that robs, you might get a little bit, you may steal a high value ticket thing for once, but you sell it for one far less than it's worth. But then what? You spend that money, and then you're back to square one because you're poor in your thinking. No one's really got an exit strategy. Very few put that any money to something. So you're always broke. You're a hamster spinning your wheels on that. You've never got a plan to get ahead. And this is what's so tragic because it is prevalent amongst the poor. But again, not because they're poor fiscally. They're poor first because they think that they are. They see themselves as downtrodden. Again, I'm so passionate because I did. I did for the longest time. I thought if I wasn't on top in terms of my paper and that, I was a nobody. But my essence was that of a king. As it was, is, and always will be. And so is yours. Of a queen, of course, if you're a woman. It's not based on these material things, what you can get for free. You've got to pay the price. So as I say, are you prepared to pay the price? That's the real deal. You talk a good one. A lot of people talk, oh yeah, I want to successful, I want to be balling, I want the cars, you want the trappings. But what are you prepared to do for it? At best, buy a lotto ticket and hope. Not enough. Not enough, and you wonder why you're in abject poverty, first and foremost in your thoughts. So what I'm saying is, put in what you want to get out. If you want a lot, give a lot. Put in the commensurate effort. And like those people, yeah, it's easy to knock them. But they were taking literally, the stacks of water. Sure, that's not good. But people do it every day. They rob their employer of the time. They rob themselves of their greatest potential. That's what really upsets me the most. So many of us, I did it for the longest time myself, we rob ourselves of our amazing potential because we're scared of what others think, because we're scared of what our parents think or what our peers, so-called friends think. How can they be friends if they're going to knock you to begin with? If they were never down for you, I would say get rid of them quickly. If they're not going to support you, you've got to change your mentality. So don't think that you're poor because you haven't got a lot in your bank. You are rich in ideas, rich in creativity, rich in love, rich in kindness, rich in hope. So put it out there. And yes, not with the intention only to get it back, but do it for it's the right thing to do. Have a plan, execute on it, and stop all this poverty thinking. So yes, whilst those people taking the water, that wasn't good, what was more tragic is that they actually thought they needed to take that. The joke is it's just tap water inside the bottles, the plastic bottles anyway. They've got that at home and you can't truly get anything for free. So I hope that has provided some food for thought. I'm very, very passionate about this. Don't rob yourself. Don't rob yourself. Put in what you want to get out. You're not getting over on anyone in your health, in your fitness, in your relationships, for your job, your employer. If you're self-employed, put in the work and be the best you can be. As always, you are unstoppable, and I believe in you.